Welcome to this video. Today I will be going over some basic Mac computer maintenance and cleaning, and this will include how to remove a virus, malware, adware, and spyware, and this will also help optimize your computer and help it run more efficiently. Please be aware I will be listing the steps down below in the notes, so make sure that you're following along down below. And also, I am doing this on Mac OS Sierra. If you are using a different Mac OS or a different version, the steps are the exact same, so this will still apply to you no matter which version or OS you're using. For step number 1, you're going to go up here to Go and go down to where it says Utilities. And when the Finder opens up, you'll look for where it says Disk Utility. Just go ahead and open it up. And then when this window opens, come over here to the left-hand side and select the top option. You will go to First Aid and click on it, and then you will click on the Run button to verify and repair disk permissions. As soon as you have a green check mark, you can go ahead and click on Done, and then you'll come over here to the left-hand side and select the next option down, and then you will come back here to First Aid, and then you'll go ahead and click on Run. Please be aware that this is going to slow the computer down, so I would go ahead and save and close any other programs you have open, and then go ahead and click on the Run button. As soon as you get another green check mark, you can go ahead and click on Done, and you can close the disk utility. For step number 2, you're going to go down to the notes below and click on the link there. It will take you to this page for the adware removal tool for Mac from Bitdefender. It's a free program. You'll go ahead and click on the free download button, and you'll need to install the program. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up here. And once you have it installed, go ahead and just close Safari or any other programs you have open. As soon as you have all other programs closed, you'll just go ahead and click on the Search for Adware button. This is usually a really fast scan, so it won't take very long. Now if it finds anything, it will give you the results. If you get a message like this, that means that it's clean, and you're good to go ahead and close that program. For step number 3, if you go down again to the notes below and click on the link there, it will take you to this page, which is Malwarebytes for Mac. I'm going to go ahead and download it. And just like before, once it downloads, you'll need to double click on it to open it up and install it. Make sure that once you have it installed that you close all other programs, including your web browser. And so I'm going to go ahead and close Safari. And then once you have it installed, you'll just need to locate it and open it up. Now once you have Malwarebytes installed, you'll have a window like this, and you'll want to first come up here to the top left hand side, click on Malwarebytes, Anti-Malware, and make sure you click on Check for Updates, because you absolutely need this to be updated in order for it to work. Once finished, you can click OK, and then you'll go ahead and just click on Scan to scan the computer. Once the Malwarebytes scan has completed, you'll either get a message like this letting you know nothing was found, or it will show you the results. If it does find anything, just make sure that it removes all of the results, and then you can go ahead and close the program and move on to the next step. For step number 4, we need to run an antivirus scan, and so down in the notes below underneath step number 4, I will list 4 different free antivirus programs that you can run on Mac. Make sure you only use one. Never ever use more than one at the same time, because it will cause problems on your computer. And so the options are Sophos. We also have a free option from Avira, AVG, and Avast. And for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and use Avira. And so whichever one you use, that's up to you. They will all be pretty close as far as protection. They'll all do a good job. Just make sure whichever one you install, you look for the update option. You'll want to first update the antivirus program before you run the antivirus scan. And then once you get a message letting you know that it has fully updated, you can go ahead and just open up the program, whichever antivirus program you're using, and you'll want to look for the option to run a full system scan. And so we're going to go ahead and do a new scan. I'm going to change the scan type. Yellow or orange or has a red rating, then it absolutely needs to be removed. And so this is just a tool that you can use to help identify programs. Another good rule of thumb, if you see any programs here that claim to be cleaners or Firefox, but once you have the preferences open, you'll go to the General tab, and if you want to set Safari as your default, there's a button to do so right there, as well as we have additional options. Right here we can change our home page if we wanted to. You just type it in there. But the main things that we're looking for is extensions. So we're going to click on the extension to unlock the padlock. You'll need to go ahead and type in your password. And once you have the password typed in, it will go ahead and unlock so we can make changes. So this is a list of all the programs that start up when you first turn the computer on. Because we want to optimize the computer and we don't want all this crap running in the background, we're just going to go ahead and remove everything off of this list. The command is that you go to Google. You can just Google them and look them up to get more information. Activate. If you absolutely need to use Adobe Flash Player, and I would recommend that again for Chrome and Firefox, if you have an extension you absolutely need to keep, at least disable it while it's not being used. And choose what we want the browser to do on startup. So if we want it to open up a specific page, we can go through, or what you need to do is go through each one and update every single one. And then these will include update automatically. Now, as far as extensions and plugins and other add-ons, we know they're fun and convenient, but they are not good for security. They are not good for privacy. They let malware into the computer and browser, and they also slow the browser down. And so I strongly recommend that you remove all extensions, with maybe one exception, that being if you have a password vault or password keeper. You may have an extension for that here. But other than that, all other extensions should be removed, especially if it has the word toolbar in it. So I'm just going to go through and hit remove on all of these. And if you have one like this, it just means that it's in a shared file, but it is disabled, so that's completely fine. Please be aware that the extensions will not fully remove until you restart the browser. But again, I cannot emphasize enough, it is best to have 0 extensions on your browsers, with the exception of maybe a password vault or password keeper. Next, you'll come over here to plugins, and this will give you a list of plugins. Just come over here and click on the little drop down menu and change all of them to ask to activate if it has the option. Some of them may make sure that it removes all of the results, and then you can go ahead and close the program and move on to the next step. For step number 4, we need to run an antivirus scan of the web browsers, and so this step will have 3 parts. And for part A, we will be going through the menu button and then go to add-ons, and then make sure over here on the left hand side you have the extensions tab selected. And the first thing you'll do is come over here to the gear, click on it, and click on check for updates, and then also double check and make sure you have this option checked as well to update automatically. Now, as far as extensions and plugins and other add-ons, we know they're fun and convenient, but they are not good for security. They are not good for privacy. They let malware into. Go ahead and just click on the little trash can to remove it, and individually, because it will update with the operating system, and I will show that later. So it's off of the computer, and so what you'll want to do is open up the Finder and just make sure that you have the Applications tab selected on the left hand side. Here it will list all of the application or programs you do have installed on the computer. And so first thing I would recommend is that you go through the list, and any programs that you recognize that you know that you are no longer using or don't use, you need to remove those. And so for example, if I wanted to remove Skype, all I do is
Hi everyone. So increasingly more and more we're seeing computers, Apple computers being infected with malicious software. I'm going to show you, change it, and you want to use this little symbol here with the 3 windows, and you want to use that and then scroll back until you find the actual package, where it comes from. So for example, this one says agent, and then if we go further back, you'll find agent, and it's located in a folder called 995B. You can tell that's not something that you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that straight into the bin. It's probably going to ask me for a password, so I'm going to pop that in the bin. Yeah, there we go. So I just press OK to that because I haven't got a password in there. And then I'll go to the next one. And then you might find now that if I go to the next one, Review and Find is missing. That means I've already got rid of some of the infections by getting rid of that whole folder. So I'm going to carry on. I'm going to use the down key, and I'm just going to scroll down until I see the next one, Review and Finder. Okay, so here we go again. So Review and Finder, and same thing again. I'm going to scroll backwards until I see, there we go, and this one's a plugin, and I'm going to get rid of that, drag it down to the bin. That's that gone. And again, I'm going to go back here and press down, 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 back, Review and Finder. So there's another one. Okay, so this one again, it looks like a plugin. I'm going to get rid of that one. Down, 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 down. That's it, all gone. So next important step is for me to empty the recycle bin, because what you'll find inside my recycle bin is the infections that I got rid of. So I'm just going to right click on my recycle bin and empty. That's it, they're gone. So next step is for me to restart the computer. Once I've restarted the computer, I'm going to come back in and do a deep scan. I'm not going to bore you with that, but that's what you want to do once you've done your restart. Okay, so I'm going to come out. I'm going to do a restart now. And what you're going to find is that when it comes back up, your computer, you're going to want to go into Safari, go into your preferences and make sure that you put it back to Google or whatever search engine you want to use, and just make sure that all your preferences are okay within Safari. But at least then you're safe in the knowledge that you haven't got any more malicious software, and your Mac will be back to working in a fast and efficient manner like it should be. So hope that's helped you guys. And make sure you subscribe and like my video. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Joey, an agent with the Geek Squad. Today we'll show you how to update your Macintosh operating system and why it's an important step in protecting your computer. To update your macOS, make sure you're connected to the internet and click on the Apple icon at the top left of the screen and select Software Update. Once the scan is complete, select all necessary updates and click Install. In some cases, you may be prompted to click Agree or Disagree and enter a password if needed. Select Agree and sit back and wait for all the updates to download and install. Some critical updates require a restart to be completed. In such cases, make sure to save your work before continuing. Once your Mac has rebooted, make sure to check software updates again and install all remaining updates. Repeat this process until your Mac is fully updated. Thanks for tuning in. We hope this helped you understand how to update your Macintosh operating system.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today I just want to make a quick video talking about some new iOS malware, or a new kind of virus for jailbroken iOS devices. So it's quite an important thing, and I thought I'd make a video on it because it's been going around the community for the last couple of days. And this is basically, it's all coming from a Reddit user who posted this post talking about how his device is on a botnet, meaning that someone basically has remote access or remote control of his device, and they're using that to attack Sony. Now, this video is actually not really going to be talking about that specific malware, but I just thought I'd make a quick video explaining a little bit about how iOS malware. Very, very unlikely that anyone is going to use their exploits on attacking your personal device if it's unjailbroken, because the availability of these exploits is very high, and they'd make a lot, probably make a lot more profit from actually selling these on or doing something else with it rather than attacking your one device. So this will be focused on how to protect your jailbroken device from malware. So first of all, if you don't already know, jailbreaking an iOS device does actually remove a list of all the running processes on your device, including the background ones, meaning the ones you couldn't normally be able to see. And this will allow you to basically look through these names of these processes and see if you find anything suspicious. If you see anything you've never really seen before or you don't think should be there, then do a little bit of research into it, find out what it is, and it's most likely just going to be something that you've never heard of but is actually meant to be there by iOS. The iPhone Wiki has probably got a lot of good articles on things like that. But if you see anything suspicious and you find out that it is something dodgy, then you could basically know what it is and find out how to remove it, because this ps-aux command gives you the path that the executable has been for bugs and exploits than 10.2 does, meaning that your device is still actually vulnerable to these older bugs and exploits. So if someone has a WebKit exploit for iOS 10.2, you are still vulnerable to this, meaning if you visit a maliciously crafted web page, they could potentially install any kind of software or files onto your device and attack you this way. So be careful when browsing shady websites or piracy websites, anything like that. These attackers will most likely target piracy pages or piracy repos, because they know that a lot of people who don't know a lot about jailbreaking will try to download tweaks for free or apps for free from these Chinese piracy websites, and they'll end up getting infected with whatever kind of malware these guys are going to put on your device. So if you think your device is already infected with malware,